the house. Welcome to Mind Your Business Ohana with your girl Ebony Joy, with my brother Stevie J, and my other brother Dmario. Y'all would introduce yourself real quick. I'm gonna go last since I brought us in.
All right. I guess I'll go first.
Go, Stevie.
So my name's Stevie J. Here local here in Houston, Texas. Um, just here trying to have some fun, really build a community of entrepreneurs and get the word out there and let's grow towards success together. Strive for the top because the bottom is already too full.
That's right.
Facts. What's happening, everybody? My name is D. I'm the owner of Valiant Spirits LLC, where we will help you with your firearms training, CPR training. We also do motivational speaking, the keynote speaking. I am a military veteran, still serving. I'm a hospital corpsman in the Navy and also a law enforcement professional. I'm here on the East Coast in the DMV, and I'm here to help you out with everything that I find out when I find out.
Right. And me, hopefully y'all follow me. If you don't already, please do. I'm an actress, model, coach, and entrepreneur. I help I tend to help the younger ones, but I try to help the older ones too. But this show is gonna help break that seal so y'all can come in for the help that we do have for y'all. So what I can do is I can help you with your brand, marketing and your business, and helping to coach you as an entertainer and soon to be official manager. I will be official in my management soon, certified. So I'm gonna be putting that out there. I'll be looking for more talent and more actors, but that's later. That's later to come.
Big ups on that.
Thank you. I didn't even tell y'all about that, but
I know, news to us, news to the brothers though. I mean, I don't want to find out when the rest of the people find it out. You know what I mean? Like, we supposed to be like, oh, let us hype up your surprise that you got for the fans and everything, and we find out when the fans find out. How that work?
I like the surprise.
It's like hey Steve. That's like, hey Steve. Oh, by the way, Ebony pregnant. What?
Oh, wait a minute now. Wait, look at Steve. Like, wait, what?
Right, exactly. Right. No, she not. But
Lord, that's
Inquiring mind. He had to take sips of tea or whatever's in his cup.
Oh, that's big facts for real, though.
So I want to say, because we are live too on Facebook. Hey, thank y'all for coming in the room. If you want to see all of us on this platform right here, then go to my YouTube channel, Acting Up with Ebony Joy. Right now, we're live right now on YouTube. So
fact.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if y'all are live. If you have anything going on over there, or are you streaming somewhere else?
I am actually not streaming anything at the moment, but I'm just gonna send everybody your way.
Send them to the YouTube. Send them to the YouTube so they can see it. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hey, what's up, boo? Look, they coming in. Hey, Derek.
Put it in the message box.
Yeah.
So they know.
Join the conversation. So basically, I wanted to just introduce the show and let everybody know what we're going to be bringing to the table and how we're going to be connecting what we do. Ooh. Look, y'all just been enjoying my little shirt. How we're going to be connected. I just had my first what's the name? I had my first Janet Jackson moment.
Oh, wow. Wardrobe failure.
Wardrobe.
I'm going to be famous.
Man, hey, you know what? Janet had been teasing for a long time already. Well, at least she held out. But dang.
Hold on now. Mine came natural. See, I'm a natural star. It's just going to happen. That's what
okay. Yeah.
Superstar. I'm a superstar.
Yo, so I think some of the key things that we need to let the folks know, regardless of our energy and chemistry, because clearly they can see all that, is how all this came about. So just so everybody know who's watching and stuff, we all grew up and became friends. We're living in the 808 of Hawaii. That's where Ohana comes from. We became family in Hawaii. Military families brought us together and stuff, and this is how we've been rocking since what, 2002, 2000. Dang, since 2002.
Well, for me, 2004.
4? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
Me
came
and
in 2004.
Dmario 2002.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Wait, was
it's
it
been
2004 or was it? No, it was 2003.
2003, please.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Oh, that
it's
was junior
still,
year.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. At the
Summer.
end of it.
The summertime. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
summer.
that's summertime.
Cause that's when she moved to the. That's when she
That's
moved to
when
the
look,
Navy housing.
Steve already know what I'm about to say. That's when Steve. That's when he was being a weirdo. He came to my door. That was the first time Steve came to my door with that
No,
weird.
okay. It was not being a weirdo.
My mom answered the door. I was
Brittany,
like, "Who is
a
that?"
girl named Brittany that was on the cheerleader team with you, Dmario. I don't know if
Brittany
you remember her.
Broadwater,
Hey, mama.
No, not that one. The other Brittany, the
the
white
other
Brittany.
Brittany. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. She was like, Steve, it's this girl. Me and her, we outside one night talking, chopping it up. She said, Steve, it's this girl. She just moved here from Mississippi. And she knew I was from Mississippi originally. So I'm like, oh, thanks. Okay, that's cool. So Brittany literally stayed, like, Ebony stayed in, like, the end of, like, a little quarter sack almost.
My mama,
Brittany
look,
stayed,
my
like,
mama said, I remember that. Sorry. She said, I remember that. She tapped in on the line.
yeah. And so Brittany literally kind of stayed, if you look into your right, Brittany stayed right here across the street. So you would come out of Ebony house and go, Brittany house is like literally right there. So I'm like, oh, she right over there? Like,
Hey, Brittany.
let me just walk over there and holler at her to let her know that, hey, we both from Mississippi. Go over there. Miss Stephanie answers the door, Ebony's mom. And I'm like, hey, your daughter, I didn't even know her name. Says your daughter home. And so it was just crazy. It was,
Like
it was
how you just go to somebody's house you don't even know and be like, is your daughter home? You don't even know my name.
Well, hey, truth be told, you from the South, so you know that's what they used to do. Hey, I'm here to see if I can talk to your daughter and everything.
It wasn't like
Right.
that though. It wasn't like that. I just was happy to see somebody. Man,
he wrong. He
went to
showed up
damn
empty-handed. He even had no flowers. He
How
had
many,
nothing.
how many other people from Mississippi did I really run across? I didn't run across too many people from Mississippi. So when I found people from Mississippi, I was like, yo, we need to link up. We gotta stick together, baby. Stick together.
Yeah.
I was like, my mom, she answered the door and she told me, she was like, some boy over here. I was like, what boy? Why is there a boy at my door? I don't know no boy over here.
Your heart started beating fast.
Yeah, I'm like, hold up, what's going on? So I look and I'm like, hey, what's up? He like, hey, how you
and we've
doing?
been cool ever since. Like,
we've been cool ever since.
Mobile.
That's been my road dog ever since. I mean, running crazy around Hawaii. Still, we gonna talking about on the show that my mama don't know, but we're gonna talk about it on the show.
Well,
we had good times in Hawaii, good times.
And yes, we did.
Dmario, I met Dmario at school at Radford High. Shout out to Radford High.
Go Rams.
Go Rams. Oh, Dmario, I met you when I was on the cheerleading squad. When I tried out for cheerleading. That's how we met. Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord, yeah. I don't remember you tried out for cheerleading.
Hold up. Pause. Let's go ahead and set this tone right now. So I did what they made a movie about, folks. All right. So I stopped playing football and everything like that because somebody challenged me and said you couldn't do this. And I'm for one, what you're not gonna do is tell me what I can't do. Okay. All right. So I went in and talked to the coach and everything. He was looking to bring some guys on because he wanted to have the co-cheer squad and everything going on, and national champions is the end result. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
So what you're not gonna do is come for them Rams because we are the first of high school teams to go to nationals and win it from Hawaii.
Yes. So two facts on that. Go Rams.
I need to find my ring.
She said, so they met you. What did you say? Stephanie said, so he met you before they met me?
Yes.
She said, hey, she told me to tell
y'all.
Stephanie.
She said hi. She wasn't even in Hawaii yet. I think she came like later in the school year.
She did.
No, Stephanie was there.
She was there. She went at the school. Not
Yeah.
in the
You was at the
summertime.
school already? Because I met Stephanie at the orientation with Shakes.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
That's when I met Stephanie through Shakes, because me and Shakes knew each other from Japan.
Yeah, I think you told me that.
Yeah.
You feel like you got a little Japan in you.
Kristen McGovern, that's my girl. Hey, she be on there too.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so we go back, we go deep in history. We got stories to tell that are, you know how when you become adults and you get older, and then you have more caution about yourself, and you go through life with look at Dmario like okay, well, usually adults have more caution about themselves.
Yeah.
Look at what I do for a living. I mean,
well, yeah, true. I mean, but you do it carefully, like you do it within the rules and the guidelines of safety.
Okay.
You know, when we was younger teenagers, we was running around just doing stuff. We weren't thinking about half of it.
Facts.
Right.
I went all over the island.
Yeah, all over the rock.
All over the rock.
So I'm just saying, you know how when you become
shout out
adults,
to all the friends that we had from IAEA. You know what I mean? Moana Lua, you know, definitely got to give them a shout out because we was all up in their neck of the woods too. One of the Moana Lua area folks actually live in Texas, but we ain't gonna talk about her. You know, Steve knows who that is.
What part of Texas?
There you go. Here you go.
Look. No, I want to know now.
Let's just say I made some mistakes, and we don't need to revisit those mistakes.
Well, we're gonna talk about we transparent. That's why we got this platform now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be talking about all of it at some point. We're gonna lay all it out. So
we can't give you all the tea at once.
But in the meantime, everybody here who is on this live right now, if you have not started a business or you are thinking about starting a business, this is the time to get in it and on it, because the greatest thing you can ever do is end up working for yourself. All right. At the end of the day, working for somebody, when you work for somebody, you're getting that money to save so that you can invest into other things regarding you. Right. When you start your small business and everything, you save that money so that you can make larger investments into property, into real estate, commercial properties, or even into other avenues and stocks and stuff that you may be interested in. So it's got to start somewhere. So we are encouraging all those who have started or are thinking about starting and everything to start and follow through.
Right.
I just want to piggyback off of that.
Follow through. You said that. Yeah.
I want to piggyback off of that. A good book to get is called EOS. I'm actually reading it right now.
What's it called?
EOS. What the heck is EOS, actually?
What the heck is EOS?
And EOS is something you all may want to on Google and look into too. It's called Entrepreneur Operating System. And basically, every company has a set of core values that's just like the heartbeat or the pulse of the company. What the problem is, a lot of entrepreneurs, they don't actually write that down. They just have it in their mind, their heart, whatever the case is. But by structuring your business as an EOS, entrepreneur operating system, you do several things. First, you differentiate the data from the transaction organizer, as well as the type of target market you want to target, as well as making it that's more enjoyable for the seller aspect of it. Instead of talking to individuals that would never buy from you, by operating your company as an EOS type organization, everyone you bring on is in line with your vision. They all see the vision. We all working towards one common goal. It's a good book to read. That's just a little insight of it. You know, it has basically 6 different like a pie table or whatever you call it. It has 6 different factors that's within it, but it's process, data, transaction, organizer, marketing, and it's about a couple more. Good book to read. Another book I challenge everyone to read, which is a very quick read, is Business of the 21st Century. It mainly is keep focusing on multi-level marketing, but more so than multi-level marketing, is just talking about you have different type of business owners. You have the business owner that is the business is only focused around them. And that's all fine and dandy, but ultimately us as young minority entrepreneurs, we need to be focused on businesses where it can where your money is making money. Where when you sitting down drinking tea or whatever with your family members, you're still making money. You're still making that residual revenue. And basically, it's just duplicating yourself. A good business owner is a good storyteller, because when you're talking to someone, you want to be able to tell a story in which they can align with mentally and visually.
They can, yes.
If you can't do that, everyone you hire is going to try to fight against you. Everyone that you work with is not going to see your vision, so they're going to try to implement their own version of what your vision should be. And that's why both books, to me, ties together. EOS, what the heck is EOS, and Business of the 21st Century.
I'm gonna have to get some sound effects in here with some hand claps and stuff.
Hey, I want to also add this in, right? Anybody who's going into business, right? You can say that you want to be a millionaire, but you need to be aiming 10 times more than that, right? I'm a millionaire with a billionaire mindset and work ethic. So if you want to try to keep up with me, you got to aim higher than what the actual number is of what you're at. Because as long as you keep going and keep eating and eating and eating, eventually you're going to realize you're getting full and it's effortless for you to keep on eating, right? So you got to continue to do that and apply that work ethic, that billionaire mindset, so that you are at a millionaire level, but you're going to achieve that billionaire by doing the trillionaire things, right? So how do people get that money, right? You always got to chase the next you that you're trying to be, right? If you're trying to be a trillionaire, then you should be chasing the billionaire to get to the trillionaire. You need to chase the next level that you're at right now.
Right.
All right. So don't ever sit here and sell yourself like, oh, I just stopped here. I achieved this one thing. That's what I set out to do, and that's it, and everything like that. Aim higher. You got so much more in you that you can get and achieve, because at the end of the day, after you get all this, where are you leaving it when you're gone? Right. And that's something that we're gonna talk about. As parents, we're all thinking about our legacy and how we're leaving behind generational wealth and making sure that our legacies can be out of this generational curse. Because some of my children, they haven't even been to Hawaii yet. You know what I mean? Why should they not have had a
the
trip
same
home
experiences
and everything like that? You know what I mean? Like that shouldn't happen, right? We need to eliminate the things that prevent us from being able to do that and say, hey, you know what? The whole fam we all going back, family reunion, Ohana, let's go. 808, straight to the beach, toes in the sand, right?
And that's it. And experience is everything. And then especially when you get to experience different cultures, it really builds your character. And then character, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna speak to women right now mostly, because I'm gonna just tap into the women, because I'm gonna tap into the ladies, because when it comes to all of that is all well and good, but you can't even get there until you get yourself right and you get yourself alignment together. You can't get nowhere until you get your self alignments together and even recognize what you do have inside of yourself to reach another level. You know what I'm saying? So you got talent and gifts inside of you that you haven't even tapped into, and that's the trillion you talking about when you know what I mean? You reaching for levels that you don't even have evidence of. You know what I mean?
So I was in this training, and something that was said that's going to continue to stick with me, right? You have to introduce yourself to the you haven't met yet.
There you go, your higher self.
Introduce yourself to the you have not met yet. And and make it a grand introduction that you really gonna love. Because I'm telling you, when you introduce yourself to the you haven't met yet, you see all the things that you can become, all the things that you can achieve. You start experiencing those things, and it's a very good feeling. I promise you, folks, it's a very good feeling.
Of course. I mean, it's always a good feeling when you express your true self and you actually do it in a way where people receive it well, and you see it start to make a positive effect around you outside of yourself. Like that's an amazing feeling because you produced that. It came from you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not something that somebody pressured you to learn or you know what I mean? Something you had to learn just to go and make some money or something. This is something that literally comes from within yourself. That's what I'm saying. Once you can figure out, you pay more attention to yourself. You know what I mean? A lot of people do that through prayer, meditation. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. But you know, it's prayer and meditation. But you really get to your center self. And you know, just as an artist, this is just one really important thing to me. Like you can't go past that until you get yourself together, like centered, get your spiritual or your own understanding of what's around you, what's inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because
learn thyself before you try
learn
to influence someone else.
That's step one. We can talk about business and create platforms all day, but until you get to who you are and learn yourself, you know, aside from what everybody else wants you to be or who everybody else intended for you to be, you got to get yourself. And once you figure that out, that's when you start to duplicate and feel good about what you're creating because you're creating it. You become like God. You're becoming a creator. You know what I'm saying? You're starting to build around here. And like we got this platform that we're building and we're going to have this to help other people plant and grow. You know what I'm saying? Like artists, people who want to learn how to create businesses and want to learn how to do certain things that we all have the knowledge of and the certifications for. People going to want to learn that so that they can grow something. And this is what the platform is for. Like the platform is here for everybody. It's dope because we created it and all we did was put it together from what we all have.
Exactly. Knowledge is power.
It looks dope. It looks good. So if you
knowledge is the money. Knowledge is the money.
Knowledge is the money.
But people can take money from you. They can never take your knowledge.
Intellectual property. We're going to talk about that too.
Fact.
Intellectual property. That's
will be my focus in law school.
Listen, when I heard that word and then I understood what that word meant, I got so sad because I like to talk to people and tell them my dreams and stuff and and then I realized people was taking my intellectual property and then somebody told me what that was. I said, I gotta shut up.
Gangsters moving silence,
I can't share my good information with everybody no more. That's sad.
The Bible says the wisest person in the room is not the one who speaks first.
Okay.
A wise king has many advisors, but knows how to take advice from all them advisors before making a decision.
Yeah.
You know, with intellectual property, it's good to have a core group of people you can bounce ideas off of. The problem is, like you said, people will take your ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sad to say, but sometimes it's our own people that do stuff like that. And so we have to be able to
disloyal.
I know it.
So that core group of individuals that whoever that you can consider to be advisors, you have to make sure that as much of an advisor that they're loyal, that they're going to support you in your vision
and support,
and not try to compete with you in your vision. And say, oh, well, you're going to do this. Well, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to change the name and switch it up a little tad bit to where you can't say, oh, I did exactly what you did. Right. That's ludicrous.
Yeah.
My
thing with that is like, I don't have a problem if, like I said, I like to share, especially if I have like an idea.
Yeah.
I know I can't do it by myself because for one, I don't have the money right now to do a lot of the things I have on my mind and on my plate. So I pull, I try to pull from resources. I try to do things like that to create and make things stick.
Yeah.
So in order to like, as far as that intellectual property thing, I had to learn how to share my stuff. I couldn't, I had to shut up for a minute until I learned how to share my stuff and be able to discern who to share it with because you want to share it, like you said, don't spread your pearls to swine. You don't want to share your information, your intellectual property with someone who's not going to help you create it or what I'm saying, or is not going to see it in your vision and be like, well, let me how can I, what I mean, how can I be a part of that, like we all here, how can I be a part of that to make that happen with you, not
Right.
oh I like that and then go over
Reach.
here, close the door and
So
start doing it.
I mean, and we could talk about those type of people, right? There are people who actually are going to support you and believe in your vision to where they're going to continue to encourage you. Then you got the people who try to leech off of all the energy and all the positive and stuff that you have going on for your vision. And then you have the people who want to try to own and take what you have and make it their own and stuff like that. But obviously they ain't gonna do it like you do, right? But they
Right.
want to do that. They want that initial starter. They saw how you built it or how you started with the struggle and the build of what you have going on, and then they take that and try to mold it into their own with ease. And then now they're trying to say that they're the originators or something like that, which is why it's important. Trademark your stuff, copyright.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Get your stuff as soon as you have it, logos, phrases, and get it copyrighted and trademarked immediately.
Online.
Right? If you cannot get behind your product and believe in it so much that you're not willing to invest, right? Because everything you got to spend money to make money, right? So if you can't invest into your product so that you can make sure that it's secure and it's your baby, as in you give your child a name and you're going to raise your child, and you don't want nobody else to come in and try to rename your child and try to call your child something else that you ain't named it.
No.
I.e., right? I.e., you know what? I'll use a Hawaiian term. I.e., if somebody knows your name but they call you a Howley anyway, that's a problem, right? So what we don't want to happen, what we don't want to happen is the situation where you're gonna end up being something else, and then you trying to push your stuff, and then now you're in position to be sued because somebody else put copyright and claims and trademarks on the things that you originally created. You're gonna be a Mark Zuckerberg, right? It wasn't his idea. it wasn't his idea, right?
It wasn't his idea.
Yeah.
But he took the idea and he molded the idea into something better, right? And different, right?
Right.
So that's pretty much how it is, right? And
it's
they
like,
always
hey,
say,
homie, you could at least gave me a percentage.
Right. And they say, what, you would never be the first person with an idea or the thought, right? It was always somebody else who already thought of it. But are you the first person to sign that dotted line to copyright and take ownership of it? That's where things come in that differ. So if you really want something to hit you and hold hard to you and all that stuff, to where you could be like, oh, I wish you would say it again. Right?
Got my lawyer on speed dial.
On speed dial, right? Not one, but the two, right?
Okay.
So what's going to happen in those situations is that you're going to end up losing that energy, or you could be one of two things, right? You're either going to lose it and you're going to give up and never want to go pursue anything again because somebody's going to take that, or you're going to bounce back after having learned from that lesson and situation, and you're going to make sure you keep your mouth shut, put everything, all your ducks in a row, get everything established, and then launch, right? So you want to have X, Y, and Z. A lot of small businesses, we don't start in 5 minutes and then start making and everything. There's the idea that can come into 5 minutes, right? But you still have other areas and things that you have to grow on and have to protect your business on. Liability insurance.
Right.
You want to make sure that your products and everything are in line. You got to cover so much. If you're in
packaging,
if you do photography like myself, right? You got to have release forms for people so that you can use, even though you're the photographer, and
contracts,
right? They have to release that so that you're able to use that for your own benefit. So honestly, it's a lot of paperwork, but it's worth it in the end when you own your stuff.
Right.
All right. And that's what we're going to talk about.
God bless a child that has his own. That's something one of my mentors used to say all the time.
Facts.
Child.
I don't think it was saying it to me as like a I think it was kind of it was kind of like a torturous motivational thing at the time. Like,
Wait, that's a
you know
double
what I'm
negative.
saying? Because I was
That's,
doing that grunt work.
you got compliment shade. You got the compliment and the shade thrown at you at the same
Yeah,
time.
all in one.
In psychology, they call that the sandwich effect.
I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna get my own then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you got motivated, all right.
Yeah, sure did. I'm gonna get my
All right.
own.
So something else. Hold on,
I just wanna. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you gonna say something?
one more.
Okay, go ahead.
So
Because we're
something that I want
gonna
everybody.
wrap it up.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm being a little winded right now, but I just want to put this out right now. Is once you get your idea and going, begin writing down everything. Right, your original handwritten material and ideas and stuff are also what we call in my world evidentiary support to you were the original creator of something, handwritten things. I wrote down this idea, this vision, and everything that I had. I sketched out, but had professionally done the logo and all that stuff like that. Your handwritten items is like old school, right? It was originally created by you before it was able to be broadcast online or anything else like that.
I have a question.
Church. Church.
Do you have to write the date with that? Like, do you have to have a date written with it, or can
Write
you just
write the date. On this date, you can
Okay.
even put the date and the time. On this date and this time, it's you keeping a journal, right? So if you don't already now, if you get a composition notebook or a spiral notebook, with the ruler paper and all that stuff what we used to have in school and
Mhm.
everything, and you date every day, your date and time of what you writing down and everything for your vision and your business and everything that you're trying to do and stuff like that, you're gonna hold on to that because that becomes your evidence of your creation of something. And I'm not talking about you saw something and you wrote it down because you saw something. I'm talking about something like, oh, I sat here and I was thinking valiant spirits. Oh, what's my tagline and stuff? Oh, breathe purposely and stuff like
Right,
that.
you write
And
that down.
right, you write it down. And I will explain to you guys, more about my business stuff when we go further on into the show and stuff like that. But I just want to make sure that everybody,
You should
if this is something
subscribe.
that you want, if this is in your heart about business and anything like that, write it down
Yeah,
because a vision goes nowhere if it wasn't written first.
I'm telling you.
Bars.
Preach, preach. Question about that too.
Yes.
So, he said, yeah. So that happened to me. This happened to me. But what if you have a voice recorder?
You can voice record.
Like, you voice record it
Mm-hmm.
instead of writing it?
You can,
Or
but
if it's,
nothing,
or even if it's like a logo you drew or something?
nothing is ever going to beat handwritten things because when you put a signature to something, it's official, right?
Mm.
So nothing's going to beat. So when you're writing down your stuff and your vision and everything and where you want to go for yourself, you're right. Everybody wants to do the vision boards and all that stuff every year and all that
That's
stuff,
what
right?
I do. They
Okay, well,
work.
I have a vision book. I have a vision board book. So
That's
in that vision
perfect.
board book, right, everything that I want is written down and I sign it, right? So write yourself a personal statement. Your name, am going to do X, Y, and Z, and nothing is going to stop me from achieving X, Y, and Z by this date and time. And if I should have any troubles, mountains, or blocks or anything, I will find my way around them, over them, or through them to make sure that I achieve and obtain all the things that I want, that I feel that I need to manifest for myself going forward. Period. Put yourself in your vision and make sure that your vision has you at the finish line and not just the product.
Make that thing plain. Woo! Praise God. This is recorded. This is gonna have to be played back. This is gonna have to be played back.
Run that back.
Run that back. Gonna have to listen. Go and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can see this because live. Okay, thank you for that. That was dope. I needed to know that. It's just sad. I mean, it's really sad to me though that when we just thinking, coming up with ideas that we want to write down real quick, we got to think about the fact that we need to sign our name and the date. You know what I mean? Somebody might steal our stuff. But yeah, protect your own.
Protect it.
Dang. Anything else from you, Steve? I'm gonna close this out.
Basically, everything D is saying, you can find in that book. What the heck is EOS? Um, yeah, basically what he by having that vision book, journal, board, whatever you want to call it, you set up rock, basically little pellets to help you achieve your first year goal. Well, first your 90 year, I mean your 90 day goal. You
Mm-hmm.
take it in chunks, but to ultimately you want to be able to have that 1 year goal, 3 year goal, and 10 year goal.
Right.
And by having the rock system in place, where for 90 days you focus on this one thing, it helps you just kind of break it down into smaller chunks. It's just a little side story. It was two mountain climbers, and they had to climb to the mountain peak. It was 3,000 feet. Took them 19 days to do it. This peak had never been scaled before. They was asked, how did you do it? And they said, we have 200 feet ropes. So each day we climbed 200 feet until ultimately we completed, we got to the top of the mountain. And that's the same thing when it comes to business.
Yeah.
A lot of times, you write down all these goals, but in a year or whatever, you haven't did nothing really. You haven't really grown nothing. You haven't really solidified anything besides just writing it down or doing this or doing that. You haven't really did anything else. So by breaking it down into smaller chunks, 90 days, and the reason why you want to do 90 days is scientifically proven that after 90 days, the human brain starts to kind of unravel and think about other stuff. Yeah. So by the time you get to that point to where your brain, your mental capacity is starting to fray or go in a different direction, you already completed this 90-day task. So now you're switching over and you go into something else to complete that in 90 days, and so on and so on. And basically in business world, that's quarterly. Every quarter, you have something precisely that you're working on, whatever the case may be, whatever it may be. Yeah. First quarter, I want to work on my marketing. That's all I'm going to work on. 90 days straight is marketing. Then the next 90 days, sales. Then the next 90 days, whatever you want to work on then, customer retention if you're selling products, or going out there getting reviews, getting word of mouth out, saying that the customer satisfaction, getting the process, homing in on the process. And then so every quarter you basically working on something new. And ultimately with the EOS system is made for companies that are between roughly, obviously yourself, or upward to about 100 to 200 individuals. So that way everyone is focusing on the same thing at the same time frame, and you just kind of breaking it down.
Okay, that's dope. I like that, because I can see that you can actually make some things, complete some things.
Exactly.
With it, and
everyone has this grand vision.
The more you continue to do that 90-day cycle, and I like that.
Exactly. Because what happens is you have all these businesses that ultimately want to make this amount of profit and do this and do that. And before you know it, a year has passed, and how much traction have you really made? Right. Then 2 years to pass, and how much, by that time, your business should be producing some substantial revenue, but what have you really did?
Right. But so by breaking it down to the negative, when it's time for them taxes.
Organize.
Well, I do taxes. Well, first off, I do taxes, and let me tell you something about taxes.
So put your information out there. So some people ain't did the taxes yet.
Yeah, I do taxes. So with taxes, basically, I can do a business tax and show completely loss on everything that you did within that year. Or I can do your business tax and show that you made some money. So that all depends on
all within legal standing.
Yeah, all in legal standing. All depends on what you want to. It all depends on what you want your business as a whole to be able to accomplish. That's ultimately the end game. every company has different goals. If the company that wants to be able to get business loans and stuff, you don't want to show your company showing completely lost. But on the high side of it, because most companies are structured as LLC, your company gonna be paying taxes. The whole so that means if you didn't prepare throughout that 12 months and put some sales tax or put some no money back to into a different account to save for when you gotta pay taxes on your money.
Right.
Now that's what happens with a lot of businesses too. Now you got businesses that's like they owe $20,000 in taxes, and they're like they don't know how they're gonna pay it. So now they got to set up a payment structure with the IRS. And let me tell you something: you do not want to have to owe the IRS no money. If you got to pay taxes on this, you want to be able to just go on to pay them their taxes and keep it moving.
Because they done with forgiving.
If that don't motivate you on your grind and your hustle for your business, you're gonna get right. Because the IRS is unforgivable. They contact you in two ways. You're gonna get it direct when somebody show up to your house, or you're gonna get a letter in the mail saying you need to have a conversation because this is your problem. All right. So I'm telling you, from the law enforcement side of the house, you gonna pay your money one way or another, because the next thing that comes in is they start taking actions against you. It could be of many different levels, and we don't want you to end up in that category. So
I'll tell you from the tax end of the house.
And I'm gonna tell you, listen, I want to say this. Please be as legit as you possibly can out here this year with these tax returns. Please don't be trying to take your baby mama's kids, your kids. But your baby mama has been taking care of them. Don't be trying to claim kids that you ain't seen in God knows how long. Don't claim kids that you ain't spent money on in God knows how long. I'm just saying this for all the women and the men out there. Because there's some women out here too trying to claim kids that they ain't seen. They have been out here thotting and doing all type of stuff. Okay? And they ain't seen their kids.
They was being real thoughtful out here.
They trying to look, but it's tax return, and we done heard about these stipends they sending for these kids. Don't be out here trying to, because you heard what D just said. Don't be out here. Don't get yourself caught up. IRS ain't playing with y'all. IRS ain't playing with y'all now.
Look. Facts. I'm telling y'all.
Y'all better straighten up. Y'all can't be claiming 10 kids that ain't yours no more. They ain't going for that no more.
Look, okay, so I'm gonna say it like this. If you don't already, or you haven't been thinking about it, it's so much easier to, one, get the software that helps you manage your finances and stuff. You know, you got QuickBooks, you got
HoneyBooks.
Honey, all those. It's so easy to get those to focus strictly on your business. It also makes it easier for if you have someone who's a tax specialist such as Steve, or if you want to have a CPA on your team, right? A CPA is by far a tremendous asset for covering you all the way around with all this stuff going on.
Keeping and on they can advise tax updates and all that stuff.
Right. And they can advise you on how you can help your money to grow. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to have a deficit. You want an increase in all of your income, whether it be residual, whether it be your savings, whether it be anything that was money that's for you, you want it to be able to grow and expand. So with that being said, think about adding those avenues to your business. Get you a designated, dedicated, my brother Steve, get you somebody to do them taxes, or get you a CPA on the team that can handle your books and everything all the way around. That also alleviates the stress off of you when it comes to your business, because believe it or not, that financial management piece is a heavy burden for you to be trying to calculate. Oh, I got $3,000 for this course that I ran and stuff like that. Out of that $3,000, how much of that am I supposed to do for taxes? Oh, 7% of that $3,000 for every person that paid that $3,000 or cent. Because the way the tax goes, it's not just on the sale. You get taxed on the fact of your business operating in that function and also, right? Which is why those who had like PayPal business accounts or other POS systems, Cash App just came into that game actually. Before it was like it was always PayPal, Venmo, which is a version of PayPal, and then other avenues.
Vero Bank.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
a
like
lot
Vero.
of that
the POS
PayPal
systems and
though.
stuff. So Apple Pay or any of those other systems, those things keep a record, which helps, right? You know the
Yeah.
Yeah,
transaction, but if you don't set it to, i.e., your state, or for it to identify the person's state for which they live in, because of the taxes paid on for their state when they're purchasing your product and you're out of state, it's going to fluctuate your cost, or not your cost, but your profit margin and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, because they get taxed differently. So what you have to think about is, how am I going to focus and be able to maintain, especially when you got stuff, say if you're selling brand merchandise and all that stuff, your brand can go anywhere over the overseas or within the US, right? When you got
Right.
something like like the t-shirt business, those people who are making money off of t-shirts and all that stuff, when they ship out, there's the shipping cost, there's the taxes that people got to pay on the
Right.
product, and there's the tax for the product that they actually have. So the material that they purchase and everything, they get taxed on that.
Right.
So how do they
and
make
it's
it? This is
all
why,
taxed at the original cost.
and it's
Mm-hmm.
all
Each and
taxed at
every
the
one.
original cost. So them
Yeah.
Yeah,
discounts. Oh man, let me pause for a second. My people, our people, stop asking us for discounts.
Ohana, stop asking us for discount.
Ohana, stop asking us for discounts.
yeah.
Please.
We, our people, us as a people, are the worst when it comes to asking for discounts from each other.
Asking for the hookup. It's not called a discount. It's called the hookup.
Okay,
Let's keep it real. It's called the
yeah,
hookup.
what you want me to hook you up to a toe? I mean, like, no, that's not what we're doing here. What I'm trying to tell y'all is, you're willing to pay full price for a particular product. You'll go in there and pay full price for a Gucci bag, but you don't want to go and get Ebony Joy's perfumes. What's the perfume?
Prevenity, baby. You'll
Yeah,
go. You'll go
the
buy.
oil.
You'll go buy. Celine Dion and Thought
And
Number One, but y'all ain't getting Prevenity by Ebony Joy.
and
What's
it
up?
smells better,
It
right?
smells way better.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's
why,
longer.
right? Why would we do that if we talk about it, right? And we say, hey, I'm going to support black businesses, or I want to do all this other stuff, and I'm not going to sit here and act like we are not without sin, because there's always somebody that is like
Mm-hmm.
shady, right?
Right.
It's a human nature. Ain't got nothing to do with color or texture of hair or none of that stuff. It's a human nature that some people have in their character that is shady, that they want you to do the worst, right? Contractors, if you get some work done on your house, guess what? Contractors are contractors who make money because they outsource and get this stuff done for cheaper by the people who work under them. But you're paying a larger cost for things to get done to the contractor, and that contractor is paying barely 5% of what you pay them to the other
Right.
people that they got to go get the stuff from. And they'll tell
Right.
you, well, I can't do it because I can't make no money off of that, stuff like that. And that's the hustle of being a contractor, right? Because you can get and outsource a lot of different things, i.e., the cost of wood or paint and everything is cheaper on the contractor's rate when they go get the stuff. But when they're paying out to the other people, it's 5% or 10% of what that is. So
Right.
they ultimately keep more money than you do.
Okay. We're gonna leave it right there, D. Don't give them too much. It's the first one. Don't give them too much now.
We gotta make sure they hungry and want to be on the edge and see coming back for more.
Oh, if they on this channel, they hungry. Okay. If they want more, they on this channel. So
subscribe.
if they leave this channel, it's because they already got it. If they already got it, hey, I ain't mad at them. Go on get it. Go on get it.
Tell
If you
your
already
friends.
got it.
Tell your friends to tell their friends, and tell your family to tell the family and the friends of the family.
Okay. Yeah, because we do have a lot of jewels, a lot of valuable information, and definitely a lot of resources that we have for everybody to tap into. I have resources for musicians, artists, entertainers, young people who want to start a business or want to understand what it is to build your brand on social media, your presence, helping with all that. That's what I do.
Oh man, I think that is one of the most beautiful things. If we can get the children, if we can make our children self-sufficient to working for themselves, think about how we can change the dynamic of the world going forward.
Exactly.
My mama on my live, she said, What about the hookup? And then she said, this is good. The younger generation really needs to hear this. And that's true. I mean,
Okay,
young people don't know that it's people out here for them for real.
Mom Dukes, family does not count a part of that hookup situation. All right, we take care of family. That is not hooking up. We just take care
We
of
take
family.
care of family and team.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
We family. You want to be on the team. You want to be taken care of. Then you're gonna be on the team. But being on the team means that you're a part of the growth. So of course you're gonna be taking right. You're gonna be
don't sugarcoat that. You're gonna work.
You want to join the team? Holla at me. Listen, I'm happy with letting people come on my team, but I definitely vet. But let me say this. Let me go ahead and close this out because we've been on here almost an hour now. We've been getting it, and this show's gonna be dope, crazy dope. A lot of information. We might have to break it up and take some suggestions on people and what they need or what they want to hear about, what they want us to tap into.
Yeah.
That as well. So, you got our information. Go follow us on social media. Tap in here on the YouTube channel.
Put this out on your channel for the email address. If they do have some things they would like us to discuss, they can just shoot us an email, and then we can pull from that to make the topics for the next discussion stuff.
Exactly.
Or anything they want us to talk about.
Right. Anything y'all want to hear about, y'all want to hear us deliberate on, we can pull. We are researchers, so we'll research information. I research information for I'm looking at a couple things right now for a couple schools, for a couple individuals that need some help with because high school coming to an end and they gotta get their paperwork and stuff done for school, college right now.
Career readiness.
Mm-hmm. And then, helping somebody with getting their GED, you know what I'm saying? They don't know I'm getting the information for them yet, but they know I'm getting something. I didn't ask too many questions. But, stuff like that. So just know we tap in. We do get information for y'all. Come to the channel, like and subscribe and share our stuff all over the globe. Follow us. And then tap into our emails too. Go to our social media. Everything's right here on our YouTube, on the scroll. All the information is right here. I don't have to read out all of it. Y'all do some of the work. I ain't got to do everything. But I do want to say thank you for tuning in. We love y'all. We want to share our intellectual property with y'all. So come on in. Come on in the room and get some. So let me say. Oh, and let me say this one last thing too, because I do have a radio show as well, which I can't be as transparent on my radio show because it's iHeartRadio. So y'all download iHeartRadio and search WDRB Media and just save that radio station as your favorite. And I come on every Friday at 2 p.m. It is a family show. I do interviews with the hottest musicians, artists dropping their singles, Blue Dot, Los Angeles, big names, actors, and just entrepreneurs. I got some really interesting people coming on the board across the show and everything. So please.
Steve over there doing magic effects with the lighting and everything.
Right.
Distraction, right? What's happening?
Steve always been this Steve. Y'all get used to it.
You see how he changed his hair up and everything? He had to change the lighting on the hair so it'll fit.
They gonna get used to us. Look, this is me, that's Steve, and that's B. That's just who it is. That's who we be. So thank you for coming in, tuning in. I'm talking to my live and this too, if y'all, wondering why I keep going side. But thank y'all for tuning in. Again, just like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, give us some feedback. We appreciate that feedback. Let us know.
Yes, let us know. Give us feedback, and we'll be back on
whether positive or negative. You're not stopping this from flowing forward. All right, this train is moving. So whether you got positive or negative, bring it.
You know background, we can take it.
Hey.
We got tough skin.
Oh yeah.
We can take that constructive criticism.
You know what I'm saying? So whether it's positive or negative, this train will continue to move. So drop it. Whatever you got to say, because we can take from that and we can learn from that, or we can teach you. Because you'll learn today.
So So the next show, this is what I'm gonna end with. The next show, because my mom just brought up something and it reminded me. It's something I wanted to say here, but I'm gonna
Thank
say
you, Mama, because
I'm gonna,
we were supposed to be ending.
right. We're gonna end now. I'm gonna say what I had to say for the next show, but I'm gonna end it with what she said. We need generational wealth, and then she's interested in investing for retirement. Now, before we end, I'm gonna just say next show we're gonna talk about investment. That's what I wanted to bring up here. I'm not because I'll get too far into it, but we need to talk about investing, and we need to talk about different places that are good investments, like right now. Because I have a couple of those listed that I would like to share with y'all because hey, I share the wealth. I can't lose nothing from sharing that. You know what I'm saying? A good stock. Can't lose. So come back to the show, the next show. Watch our social medias because then we'll post and let y'all know when the next show will be posted up. But the next show we're gonna be talking about investments, how to invest in NFTs. NFTs. Okay, look it up if you don't know what an NFT is. But next week we'll talk about it.
We're gonna get this paper.
This paper.
It's my paper.
All right, brothers. My Ohana.
Hey, mahalo, everybody.
Mahalo.
Mahalo.